Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, in the realm of numismatics, few stories are as captivating as that of a seemingly ordinary coin, the 2004 D1 dime from the United States Mint. At first glance, this coin appears to be as commonplace as any other dime found in your pocket. Slipping it into a laundry machine or using it to tip a barista may seem like a trivial act, but what you may not realize is that this small piece of metal has the potential to hold a value that dramatically eclipses its face value of 10 cents. In fact, the 2004 D dime has been linked to astonishing valuations, with estimates soaring as high as $290 million under very specific circumstances. So how does a dime, a coin that many might find just a loose change at the bottom of a handbag, come to hold such an immense value in the annals of American currency? The journey begins with a little history and a pinch of chance, wrapped tightly in the narrative of collectors, investors, and the unpredictability of fate. This dime, produced during a particularly unassuming year for American coins, is the key to a goldmine of story and mystery that transcends the mundane world of everyday currency. As we delve deeper into this extraordinary tale, it is essential to begin with the backdrop of 2004, a year that saw a myriad of happenings across the globe, from political quagmires to technological advancements. While the world was shifting beneath our feet, the U.S. Mint was also at work, creating a new batch of coins, including the humble dime. This particular coin, the 2004 D dime, was produced in Denver, a city that has seen its share of indelible moments in American history. These dimes, like the many dimes produced before them, were designed by the celebrated engraver John R. Sinek, featuring the familiar face of Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch and olive branch on the reverse, a symbol of liberty and peace. While these elements may inspire heartfelt nostalgia for many, what transcends the ordinary dime experience for collectors and historians alike lies buried in a detail that went unnoticed by the majority. The U.S. Mint's production process is not without its quirks. As coins are stamped and produced, there can be inconsistencies, quirks that leave behind what are known as errors. It is within these errors that the allure of stumbling upon a highly valuable coin beckons to collectors worldwide. The 2004 D dime is one such case that has captured the attention of enthusiasts and professionals alike. Imagine holding that dime, identifiable by a specific mint mark, standard in design but harboring a small, yet monumental anomaly. Perhaps it could be a misaligned die, an off-center strike, or an incorrect metal composition, all of which can occur during the minting process. Collectors know that the smallest details can spell the difference between a penny's worth and a fortune. Herein lies the opportunity hidden in the ordinary. It is within the realm of these unexpected quirks that we begin to understand the journey of the 2004 D dime's value escalation. As it turns out, there is a small population of 2004 D dimes that were produced with unintentional anomalies, a group of coins that can boast a unique history worth hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dollars. While there are typical dimes that remain unchanged, some have inexplicably entered the hearts and minds of significant collectors who recognize their worth. The scarcity of these coins, in connection to the peculiarities of their minting, infuses them with a value that exceeds the mere 10 cents stamped upon them. What propels a dime's worth into the millions is more than just the rarity of a singular coin, it encompasses the stories that are tied to its existence. With the rise of online auction platforms, the world of numismatics has become accessible to a broader audience, and a collective fascination has surged for coins like the 2004 D dime. Enthusiasts and investors eagerly compare notes, share findings, and dive deep into forums dedicated to discussing these rare anomalies. The journey of the 2004 D dime transformed from mere speculation to a national sensation as stories began circulating about extraordinary sales. It featured in articles, blogs, and social media posts, heralded as the modern El Dorado in the world of coin collecting. Unassuming dimes were scrutinized with newfound enthusiasm as individuals examined their change with the hope of striking gold, figuratively, of course. The 2004 D dime became a beacon of hope for those seeking untapped value hidden in their everyday lives. Then came the fateful moments of discovery, as individuals stumbled upon these elusive error coins. One amateur collector, for instance, had no idea that the loose change collected over years of careful saving held coins ripe for appraisal. In their search for old coins to supplement their modest collection, they uncovered several 2004 dimes that appeared, at first glance, remarkably typical. It was only upon closer inspection that they unwrapped the story hidden behind the metal, only to realize that these were no ordinary dimes but money wrapped in mystery and intrigue. The appeal of these dimes is not restricted to their financial worth. What makes them intriguing is the thrill of the hunt. Individuals scour flea markets, estate sales, and online listings in search of the next treasure to add to their growing collections. Competitions arise as collectors engage in bidding wars over rare coins, each contesting the right to claim ownership of a part of history. The dimes acquire new layers of meaning for those who hunt them, bridging the gap between past and present, serendipity and strategy. Despite the hype surrounding the 2004 dime, there are critical misconceptions regarding its valuation. A robust market exists for error coins, which means that savvy collectors understand the intricate nuances necessary for an accurate appraisal. It is not enough to possess a dime stamped with a mint mark, knowledge and timing are paramount. Understanding how the marketplace fluctuates is a crucial aspect for any collector looking to navigate this vast landscape. After all, what may appear like pure luck can, in actuality, be a sophisticated game of strategy played by those in the know. Collectors are typically driven by passion, but there's no denying the shark tank of financial opportunity lurking beneath these waters. What once began as a simple fascination has, for some, morphed into a lucrative investment strategy. As values change, people have begun reassessing their positions, digging up older coins from their family collections, and embarking on treasure hunts that lead to finds worth significant sums of money. At the epicenter of this burgeoning market, the 2004 dime remains but one solitary example tethered to an ever-growing network of collectors, professional appraisers, and enthusiasts. The affection people hold for these coins is rooted in nostalgia, wrapped in the experience of finding value where none seem to exist. Social media platforms, blogs, and dedicated websites transform into meetup points for those sharing their unique finds and knowledge. Word spreads like wildfire when an extraordinary example of a 2004 dime lands in the news. Auctions are live-streamed, with excited bids poured in from across the globe, generating an electric atmosphere that latches onto the excitement of the community surrounding it. Here lies the alchemy of numismatics, where a simple dime becomes a symbol of status, hope, and potential for massive financial gain, a veritable microcosm of society itself reflected in a piece of currency. In this atmosphere, between fervent conversations and online chats, stories weave together, the triumphs, the failures, the unexpected windfalls. Some individuals capture substantial returns while others walk away with nothing but a pocketful of hopes. The 2004 dime serves as a vivid reminder of how quickly circumstances can change, and how a mere accident during the minting process can lead to windfalls that reframe perceptions of wealth. As you explore this complex web of connections, whether as a collector, a casual observer, or someone who simply wants to grasp the enormity of the possible value tied to these elusive dimes, remember that you hold the power to unlock their secrets. Each time you reach for change or pocket a seemingly ordinary dime, the potential for monumental discovery lies at your fingertips. So, awaken your inner treasure seeker. You never know what lies waiting in your next coin flip. In essence, the journey of the 2004 dime encapsulates a broader narrative of human perception, desire, and fortune. It's a reminder that value often transcends face value, and in embracing the stories tied to currency, we connect with a larger cultural phenomenon that speaks to the heart of hope inherent in us all. Before we conclude, if you've enjoyed this exploration into the world of one dime that holds such far-reaching possibilities, consider hitting that like button and subscribing for more enticing stories that reveal hidden truths and treasures just beneath the surface of our daily lives. There are countless more tales waiting to be told, so join us in uncovering the extraordinary intricacies of seemingly ordinary objects. Your journey into appreciating value and understanding history has only just begun. Thank you for joining us today as we peeled back the layers on the 2004 dime, uncovering not just a coin, but a vibrant tapestry of stories waiting to inspire future generations. Next 2015, a particular dime made headlines, captivating collectors, historians, and treasure seekers alike. This wasn't just any dime, it was a one-of-a-kind coin that boasted a staggering face value of $190 million. Yes, you heard it right. A dime, which typically signifies a meager 10 cents, became an emblem of unimaginable wealth and historical significance. Imagine holding in your hands a coin that, despite its small size, could change the lives of millions. This one dime forged a path into the annals of American numismatics, igniting passions and drawing people from all walks of life into the world of coin collecting. What made this dime so extraordinary? To understand its value, we must delve into the intricate tapestry of its history, craftsmanship, and the events that surrounded its discovery. Let's start by traveling back in time to when this coin was minted. The year was 2015, but the story of the dime dates back even further. The U.S. Mint has been producing dimes since the late 1700s, and each release tells a story. However, the 2015 stamp held a unique place in this lineage. It was not just a piece of currency, it was a representation of the era's artistry and economic philosophy. As the world was transitioning into a more digitized age, with credit cards and electronic transfers becoming the norm, this coin symbolized the tangible connection people had with money. Now, let's address the art of minting a coin. The design of the 2015 dime may seem simple at first glance, however, upon closer inspection, it represented much more. The imagery etched into the metal carries historical significance. The obverse features the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who shepherded the United States through some of its toughest times in the 20th century. The reverse, with its iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, embodies liberty, peace, and strength. These images evoke emotions, reminding us of our shared past and the values that bind us as a nation. When thinking about the financial world, it's crucial to mention that not every penny or dime is treated equally. Despite its face value, this particular dime stands as a testament to the idea that rarity and condition play monumental roles in determining a coin's worth. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare finds, coins that were minted during pivotal moments in history, or that exhibit unparalleled quality. The rarest dimes can reach prices that would leave most people in awe. It's not just a monetary transaction, it's an investment in someone's hobby, dream, or even lifelong passion. When we talk about a dime worth $190 million, we are hinting at a world filled with enthusiasts who see beyond mere metal and engravings. They see potential, history, and a chance at owning a piece of the American dream. So, how did this specific dime rise to such a dizzying value? Anchored by numerous factors, the demand for rare coins surged in the past decade. Collectors are often driven by a desire to connect with pieces of history. This dime, being a part of the narrative of the United States, drew people deeply curious about its backstory. Collectors sought out this coin, not just for its monetary value but for what it represented. It served as a bridge between the past and the present, providing insight into the culture and economy of the time it was minted. As we explore more about the significance of this dime, we cannot ignore the incredible archaeological discovery that led to its rise in fame. In 2015, during a routine excavation, a group of archaeologists stumbled upon a treasure trove of coins. Among them was this dime, which immediately caught the eyes of historians who recognized its potential. The condition of the coin was immaculate, with no signs of wear and the luster that collectors dream of. A pristine condition, combined with the rarity of the dime, sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. Once this dime was discovered, the journey of its appraisal commenced. Experts lined up to authenticate the coin and estimate its value. As the word spread about the discovery, collectors around the nation combed through their own collections, hoping to find a piece that could rival the newfound treasure. News outlets ran stories about its staggering appraisal, further stoking interest among potential buyers. The race to own this dime was akin to a modern-day gold rush. The excitement surrounding it reminded people that treasures can still be uncovered, even in the most unexpected places. Our story doesn't end there. The auctioning of this dime turned out to be a spectacle of its own. As collectors gathered, most were keen to witness history unfold. Bidders filled the room with enthusiasm, but it wasn't merely the dollar amount at stake that electrified the atmosphere. The air buzzed with a sense of camaraderie among those who shared the same passion for coin collecting. In a world where so much seems divisive, gathering for a common love of history and value provided a rare moment of unity. Bidding was intense, fluctuating at lightning speed as collectors jostled for a chance to make the winning offer. If the dime truly held a value of $190 million, bidders understood they weren't just vying for a piece of currency, they were competing for a slice of history they could hold in their hands. The world of high-stakes bidding is notorious for its intensity, but this auction was particularly galvanizing as it drew in not just seasoned collectors but also neophytes drawn to the thrilling atmosphere. Secrets of the trade were whispered amongst newfound acquaintances, forming connections that would last well beyond the event. Once the final bid was placed and the gavel came down, an exhilarating cheer broke out. The coin had found its new home, and the story about the dime would continue. The buyer, now the proud owner of a coin with such monumental historical reverberations, found themselves at the epicenter of a community that rejoiced in the finding of lost treasures. The sense of fulfillment that washed over the room was palpable, a realization that this hobby transcends mere possession, it's about connection, history, and the pursuit of something so much greater. As news spread about the new ownership of the dime, there was an immediate ripple effect. Media outlets and social media platforms erupted, diving deeper into the world of coin collecting. This dime became a symbol of hope and dreams of treasure hunters everywhere. It reignited the passion for numismatics and inspired countless individuals to either start their own collections or modify their existing ones, seeking the thrill of discovery. The aftermath of this auction also highlighted another crucial aspect of the numismatic world, the importance of education and preservation. With newfound interest came a responsibility to educate about caring for coins and understanding their history. Collectors young and old recognized that owning such a piece meant preserving it for future generations, ensuring that the stories it represented would not fade into oblivion. The dialogue surrounding the dime, and coins in general, broadened significantly. Experts started hosting workshops, seminars, and online forums to engage the community and share insights. The dime's story became a topic of discussion in classrooms, museums, and collectors' gatherings. Each interaction surrounding the tale added another layer, enriching the collective knowledge of coin enthusiasts everywhere. The excitement around this coin also raised questions about other everyday items and their hidden potential. If a single dime could reach such exorbitant heights, what other treasures might lie hidden in attics, basements, or even under couch cushions? This sentiment turned the mundane into the extraordinary, prompting people to view the world through a lens of possibilities and potential. From forgotten change jars to dusty bookshelves, countless individuals embarked on their own treasure hunts. Social media posts began to flood in, showcasing personal discoveries of forgotten coins, all hoping to find that one, elusive piece that could rival the 2015 dime. The journey became about more than just the money, it became an adventure filled with discovery and excitement, a reminder that history often resides in places we least expect. As we contemplate the ripple effects of this dime, it becomes clear that this story encompasses not just the intrinsic value of one coin but also the broader implications of community, heritage, and passion. Collectors of all ages can attest to the thrill of coin collecting. It's about connecting with moments from the past while celebrating the dreams and aspirations of the future. Through this tale of the 2015 dime, we are reminded that the value of an object often transcends its surface and numerical worth. Each coin carries with it the weight of history, the stories of lives built around them, and the dreams of those who seek to hold on to these moments. Whether or not the 2015 dime stands as the ultimate testament to the value of coin collecting, it undoubtedly remains a beacon of inspiration in a world that often overlooks the smaller treasures around us. As we conclude this exploration into the story of the 2015 dime, we invite you to reflect on your personal connections to items of value in your life. What objects hold memories for you? What stories do they tell? And perhaps, what hidden treasures might be waiting for you in your own corners? If you found this narrative captivating and insightful, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. By doing so, you join a community that cherishes the wonders of history, treasures stories, and embraces the adventure of discovery. Keep digging deep, for you never know what you might find. Treasure, after all, comes in many forms. So stay curious, explore, and join us on this ongoing journey of discovery. Next, 2006 1 dimes USA coins. Imagine walking into a yard sale and spotting a small, tarnished coin among the trinkets and forgotten memorabilia. You take a closer look, and it happens to be a 2006 1 dime. At first glance, it might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but that's where the story takes a thrilling turn. This is not just any dime, it's a rare treasure that could be worth an astounding $320 million. This tantalizing prospect leads us into a world that combines numismatic fascination, history, and a touch of the extraordinary. The tale of the 2006 1 dime begins in the bustling and vibrant heart of the United States Mint, where coins are manufactured not just as currency but as symbols of value and history. The Philadelphia Mint, which played an essential role in producing an abundance of various coins throughout American history, is where the 2006 1 dime was struck. Little did the Mint employees know that among the millions of dimes produced that year, a select few would emerge carrying a secret that would make them incredibly valuable in the eyes of collectors and investors alike. As the story unfolds, we discover the unique circumstances surrounding these specific dimes. While the 2006 1 dime, at first glance, looks like any other dime in circulation, it's crucial to understand the factors contributing to its astronomical value. The first thing to note is its extremely limited mintage. Unlike most circulating coins, which can be produced in the millions with relative ease, certain errors or unique features make some coins remarkably rare. With dimes being produced en masse, it's not common for many of them to stand out, but that's what makes the few that do so incredibly desirable. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. When a collector hears the term rare coin, numerous factors come to mind: limited quantity, historical significance, and even the tales that surround them. This brings us to the serendipitous events that would elevate the value of this dime beyond typical expectations. Collectors often cite the story behind a coin as a critical component of its desirability. The allure of unpredictability and the possibility that a simple dime could propel someone into the limelight of numismatic fame is a story worth sharing. Now, let's take a deeper dive into the realm of mint marks and their significance. A mint mark is vital in determining a coin's origin, and it can dramatically influence its value. The 2006 1 dime, with its P mint mark indicating it was produced in Philadelphia, adds an extra layer of fascination to those in the know. Mint marks inform collectors not just where a coin was made, but also how many coins were produced in that specific location during that year. But there's more to the story. The potential for high valuation doesn't rely solely on rarity or mint marks. Certain characteristics of coins, like condition and grading, are pivotal in determining their market appeal. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing better condition. A dime that has survived years in circulation with minimal wear, known in numismatic jargon as uncirculated, can skyrocket in value. A prized example of a 2006 dime, preserved in pristine condition, could easily catch the eye of collectors and appraisers, driving the value into staggering territory. Historical context is also essential. The year 2006 may not ring a bell for monumental events in the landscape of U.S. history, but it was a time of change and evolution, much like the nature of currency itself. Coin collectors often gravitate towards coins representing significant eras, political milestones, or cultural touchstones. While the 2006 dime may not symbolize a historical event on its own, it exists in a period marked by technological advancements, significant political discussions, and evolving views on American identity. An unfortunate chapter in American numismatic history is the remarkable stories of lost or misprinted coins that occasionally surface, stories that fuel the imagination of collectors and investors. Often, the fate of a coin determines its place in history. What if a dime from this series ended up being part of significant transactions or even surfaced in a movie script? The narrative becomes richer with every possibility explored. A dime could be responsible for an act of kindness, an exchange between friends, or even become the subject of legends whispered among enthusiasts. Also, narratives burst forth from the world of pop culture. Coins have a fascinating ability to transcend their mere monetary value, becoming iconic fixtures in popular media. Imagine a vintage-inspired video game featuring characters battling over rare coins, or a blockbuster movie where characters risk everything to attain a prized 2006p dime. These narratives captivate audiences and bring an additional layer of intrigue to the coin, echoing through the annals of modern storytelling. Another compelling facet to consider is the relevance of online marketplaces in today's economy. The rise of platforms like eBay and specialized coin auction sites has significantly altered the way coins are bought, sold, and valued. Once, a collector may have to scour coin shows or estate sales to find a rare piece. Now, with just a few clicks, an immense catalog of opportunities is available at your fingertips. The 2006 P1 dime could easily make its way into various online listings, sparking bidding wars and soaring sales, especially if its unique attributes are well-promoted. As we approach the conclusion of our exploration into the 2006 P1 dime, there lies an important insight regarding the intersection of passion and profit. Coin collecting isn't merely a hobby, it's a robust market where enthusiasm can lead to significant financial rewards. Investors, novice collectors, and seasoned enthusiasts alike chase down elusive coins with dreams of wealth and prestige. As more collectors become aware of the dime's potential value, stories surrounding this humble coin will continue to evolve, transforming it from a mere dime into a legend of its own. In closing, take a look around your home. What treasures lie in those drawers, bookshelves, or even that dusty old shoebox? The story of the 2006 P1 dime reminds us that hidden within the confines of ordinary life can be extraordinary possibilities waiting to be discovered. From the humble origins of a simple penny to the inviting world of coin collecting, the allure of the chase can be as enticing as the prize itself. If you found yourself captivated by this story, why not dive deeper into the world of collectibles? Uncover the untold treasures that could be hidden away, waiting like the 2006 P1 dime to reveal their secrets. Like this video, subscribe to join our community of explorers, and journey with us into the extraordinary realm of history, value, and the wonders that lie beneath our feet. Your next great find could be just a moment away. Thank you for joining us on this adventure. We can't wait to share more thrilling stories with you. Next 2022 1 Dimes USA coins today. Have you ever stumbled upon something that completely shifted your understanding of value? Picture this, a single coin, a dime, but not just any dime. This one has a story that would make even the most seasoned numismatist sit up and take notice. It's a coin that embodies not only the essence of American history but also represents an astronomical worth far beyond what you might expect. The year is 2022, and we're talking about a particular dime that has a face value of merely 10 cents, yet it has captured the imagination and curiosity of collectors and investors alike, boasting a staggering worth of $288 million. Yes, you heard that right, $288 million. So how did a mere dime become a goldmine in the realm of coin collecting? To understand this remarkable transformation, we need to delve deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, a field that blends history, art, and economics in ways that can astound even the most skeptical among us. Coins are more than just currency, they are tied to our nation's identity, our stories, and sometimes, a hidden legacy waiting to be uncovered. The tale of this dime is no different. Let's rewind the clock to the early half of the 20th century when this dime was minted. The Coinage Act of 1792 established the U.S. Mint and helped set the stage for coin production as we know it today. Fast forward to the 1940s and 1950s, where changes were taking place that would lead to what we now call the dime. But there's something special about this particular dime from 2022. It is a part of a unique series that encapsulates features that influence its immense market value. It isn't merely a matter of rarity that elevates this coin to such heights. Various factors contribute to its staggering worth: demand, historical significance, and, most importantly, provenance. Collectors often seek coins with an interesting backstory, ties to significant events, or notable features. With this dime, we have a potential combination of all three. Its design, nuances, and context have stirred excitement among collectors, refining its status from a simple dime to an artifact of great historical significance. Now, you might be wondering what specific features of this dime are noteworthy. To start, the design is striking. Minted with precision, the striking artistic work reflects elements of American heritage. Whether that be iconic imagery, significant dates, or unique engravings, each feature enhances the coin's collectability. The craftsmanship alone can propel its worth, but when you look at how few coins from this limited release actually made it into private hands, the value skyrockets. Let's also consider the market dynamics at play. Like any other commodity, coins are subject to trends, economic conditions, and even global events. In 2022, the coin market saw a resurgence due to increased interest in collectibles as investment assets, especially in a world where traditional investment avenues appeared volatile. With inflation fears gripping the nation, collectors turned their eyes towards tangible assets like coins, where true value could be more easily discerned amidst the chaos of fluctuating currency. As more people recognized the potential for profit in collecting rare coins, they began to scour through their old change or heirlooms left behind by family members, all in hopes of unearthing the next hidden gem. The impact of social media and online forums further surged interest in identifying and discussing valuable coins, thus helping to create a vibrant marketplace. Viral videos showcasing lucky finds have seen individuals remarkably discover items that turn their lives upside down overnight. The thrill of the chase has never been so palpable. You see, it is this combination of modern trends and traditional value that has evolved the world of numismatics into a thriving pursuit, especially concerning unique finds like our remarkable dime. When a coin gets the stamp of approval from a reputable grading service, its value reaches new heights. A coin's condition can dramatically affect its worth. Higher-grade specimens and those with unique errors or historical significance often command a premium in the market. Speaking of grading, the excitement around the dime became even more intense when a few of these rare pieces were graded at exceptional levels. Imagine a coin that was simply sitting in a drawer, now certified as one of the finest known examples. It brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, finding a treasure. Collectors often upgrade their portfolios and enhance their prestige by acquiring and trading coins of immense value, thus driving demand further. Now, let's dive even deeper into the backstory of this extraordinary dime. The context in which it was produced can shed light on its significance. It was minted during a time of great change in the U.S., a period colored by advances in technology, shifts in social paradigms, and innovations in design. The minting process itself has an interesting history, as coins evolve not just in mint mark and design, but also in the materials that comprise them. As changes in technology allow for more intricate designs, the U.S. Mint has continually adapted, making each coin a reflection of the time in which it was created. Moreover, in a world increasingly dominated by digital currencies, the allure of physical coins like our dime takes on an entirely new dimension. Collectors, investors, and even casual enthusiasts find themselves drawn to the tangibility of a coin in their hands. There is an unmistakable connection, a feeling that each coin carries with it a piece of history. This dime is no exception. It may very well have served as change in a bustling diner, or perhaps as a child's prized possession, only to be unearthed years later as a financial windfall. As we consider the stories intertwined with this dime, the notion of provenance rises to the forefront. Provenance is critical in the collectibles market. A well-documented history tracing ownership can dramatically elevate a coin's value. If our dime can be connected to a notable figure, a significant historical event, or even a unique story, say, one involving a clandestine meeting between influential figures of the time, it adds layers of intrigue and boosts its worth considerably. Let's also take a moment to consider how the evolving demographic of collectors plays a role in the coin market's dynamics. Traditionally, coin collecting may have been viewed as a hobby primarily for older generations. However, with the rise of technology and online resources, younger individuals are increasingly stepping into the arena, excited to explore the world of numismatics. They bring a fresh perspective, often coupled with a willingness to invest in areas that were previously underexploited. The interest and aesthetic appreciation from younger collectors contribute to heightened demand and price volatility in the markets. You can imagine the atmosphere at auctions where the dime comes up for bidding. A hall filled with passionate collectors and investors, eagerly anticipating the opportunity to acquire this extraordinary coin. Each participant's heart races, knowing they could potentially own a piece of history, with the pitter-patter of raised paddles echoing like a countdown to a grand reveal. When the hammer finally falls, the sold price not only reflects fervent interest but also encapsulates the emotional investment each bidder carries. This seal drives the exceptional worth associated with the dime. As the values of such coins hit stratospheric heights, the implications extend far beyond individual collectors or retailers. They can reshape perceptions in the financial world. The investment in collectibles is sometimes seen as a more stable alternative, especially during turbulent economic periods when traditional investments become volatile. In this regard, the dime serves as a symbol of an evolving investment culture, one where traditional assets and alternative pursuits like coin collecting are starting to intermingle, creating intriguing opportunities for savvy investors. Let's not forget the potential ripple effects of such values on the broader economy as well. As significant sales occur, they often generate a buzz in the media, prompting conversations about valuation, worth, and investment strategies. This can lead to increased interest in collecting as a viable investment avenue, inspiring more individuals to explore the thrilling world of coins. While some may accumulate coins simply for their beauty or nostalgia, the potential for immense financial returns can be an enticing motivator, encouraging more people to enter the fold. Consider this: in the wake of heightened interest in collectibles, educational institutions are also ramping up programs related to numismatics, fostering a new generation of enthusiasts who appreciate the history and value intertwined with coins. Historical societies are dusting off old archives to highlight the stories these coins tell, sparking a renewed passion among the public about heritage, culture, and the significance of preserving history through these tangible items. This not only enriches the culture surrounding coin collecting but fosters an appreciation that transcends mere financial investment. As collectors amass their treasures, they may form communities, groups that gather to share their finds, trade, and discuss everything from market trends to historical contexts. These communities encourage knowledge sharing and deepen appreciation for the art of numismatics and its connection to the broader narrative of economic history. The excitement surrounding the 2022 dime can help fuel even more discussions among collectors. Next to 2009, in a small, unassuming corner of the United States, a coin quietly changed the history of numismatics and captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. This was not just any coin, it was a dime, yet not merely in the sense that it was an ordinary piece of currency. It was a one-dime coin that would shock the world with its astonishing value of over $210 million, a jaw-dropping figure that would leave countless individuals in disbelief. Imagine, for a moment, holding a single coin worth more than an average American home, all packed into a metal disc no larger than the thumbprint of your hand. Now, let's take you on a captivating journey through time, starting from the minting process of this extraordinary coin in 2009 to the wild race of interest that surrounded it in the coin-collecting community. In the modern world, coins are often considered throwaway currency, everyday objects that barely get a second glance as they jingle in pockets and cars. But this dime was destined for greatness, representing a culmination of history, art, and human ingenuity. We begin in early 2009, as the U.S. Mint continues its tradition of producing coins that reflect significant themes within American culture. This specific dime was part of the Presidential Coin Program, which sought to celebrate the legacy of notable figures throughout history. As coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, attention to detail was paramount, with artisans meticulously crafting each design, ensuring that every line and panel was perfect down to the last detail. However, amidst the frenzy of production, one coin was produced with an error that would soon become legendary. A mistake that would set the stage for future discussions about the value of imperfections in collectible currency. This one unique dime, now referred to as the 2009 Dime of Destiny, had a misaligned strike, resulting in the coin depicting a beautifully detailed representation of Franklin D. Roosevelt partially overlapping the edged rim and leading to a misrepresentation of its face value. What made this dime extraordinarily compelling wasn't just the error but what it represented to the collectors who were about to discover its existence. As these coins entered the marketplace, under the radar of even the most seasoned collectors, a ripple began to form. Some say that unremarkable can sometimes overshadow the legendary. It wasn't long before the first whispers of the dime's extraordinary value began circulating in online forums and social media platforms dedicated to coin collecting. The initial excitement grew quietly, almost like the soft murmur of a stream before a waterfall. The passionate collectors, often called numismatists, began sharing images and descriptions of the remarkable misprints, analyzing their rarity and determining their worth. Those who owned the dime couldn't fathom the wave of interest that was brewing on social media channels, and it left them both thrilled and apprehensive. Overnight, the jewel of their collection that had previously sat snugly in its protective casing transformed into a goldmine, igniting a fierce desire for ownership among avid collectors and investors alike. The anticipation surrounding this coin not only drew attention to the dime itself but also opened the door to discussions about other coins that had been overlooked or misjudged throughout history. Collectively, collectors banded together to share information, leading to documented sales and ultimately price points that were astonishing. Auctions became the hotbed for eager bidders, raising the stakes with each passing week. The media took notice. The stories found their way into newspaper columns and online articles, and soon major news outlets were reporting on the coin. Headlines screamed about the find of a lifetime and the unprecedented opportunities that lay in the palm of someone's hand. Imagine tuning into your favorite news outlet and seeing a report that a single dime, a mere 10-cent piece, was leading to discussions about it being worth more than an entire fortune amassed over years. Those who had held this dime, the surprisingly fortunate owners, watched as their excitement transformed into something more akin to frenzy. Stories of individuals who found this coin in the pocket of an old jacket or among miscellaneous coins at the bottom of a drawer circulated. Everyone wanted a piece of the action, and soon the term 2009 Dime of Destiny became synonymous with big money around collectors across the nation. Before long, a search began for any coins that might bear similar traits. Operatives in the coin-collecting community combed through bank vaults, discount shops, garage sales, and estate sales hoping to uncover hidden gems like the infamous dime. Enthusiastic collectors joined forces, sharing tips, locations, and insights, essentially forming a close-knit community united by their pursuit of the elusive and potentially life-changing coin. As the weeks turned into months, the relationship between collectors and the 2009 dime deepened. Social media platforms became vibrant hubs where fans of numismatics could share their stories, discoveries, and sometimes their frustrations. Rare coin dealers began to specialize in acquiring and appraising these unique pieces, collaborating to find the best ways to authenticate and value the dimes. Some reports indicated dimes exchanged hands for hundreds of thousands of dollars, excitement bubbling over on live streaming platforms as skilled appraisers shared their expertise. Speculations were rampant. Could more coins exist? Would the market shrink once the existing dimes found their ultimate owners? As conversations swirled, the prospect of branching into other years and volumes piqued interest. The allure of mint errors and their tangible monetization kept collectors heavily engaged as they dove deeper into researching patterns, trends, and the propensity for these errors to occur in the minting process. As the story of the 2009 Dime of Destiny continued, it culminated in a moment that cemented its value in white-glove auctions, where rare and coveted items often find their homes. Auctions featuring the 2009 dimes drew crowds both online and in person, with serious bidders ready to make their fortunes reinvested or drawn from long-held savings. Records were shattered as bidding reached unprecedented heights, leading some to jokingly liken it to an episode of a popular game show, where each name called meant a potential life-transforming moment. That we then witnessed collectors progressively sift through stacks of dimes and once mundane collections, hoping that their patience would yield a treasure akin to the iconic dime. Dealers reported rising prices while others documented their heart-stopping experiences of finding yet another valuable coin. Some even chronicled their experiences in video blogs, captivating audiences and driving more eyes to the potential of coin collecting. Amid this whirlwind, personal stories emerged that highlighted the heartwarming impact such finds could have. Families who struggled financially began sharing the stories of their newfound wealth, attributing each dime discovered as turning points in their lives. For them, a formerly overlooked piece of currency became the catalyst for change, a vehicle that would allow them to pay off debts, fund education, or take long-awaited vacations. The momentum continued to swell until it became effortlessly intertwined with speculation about countless coins, each worth could equal a level of financial freedom ordinarily associated with lottery winnings. Social media challenges popped up where participants would film themselves searching through their denominations, encouraging each other to keep looking for the coins that could eventually line their pockets with unexpected fortunes. Life seemed transformative for many who had dared to reach into their pockets or rummage through spare change. The value attributed to the 2009 dime didn't merely rest in monetary worth, it transcended into tales of hope and serendipity that streamed across platforms, inspiring countless others to reach out for their own fortune. Now imagine the day the final bid was called for one of these dimes, historic, electrifying, and monumental. As the gavel came down, it was as if the entire crowd experienced a collective heartbeat, a pause of anticipation that resonated through the room. Cheers erupted, along with countless congratulations, echoing the success of yet another collector who had woven their name into the annals of coin-collecting history. Even banks began to find their role in this phenomenon, implementing measures to attract collectors and enthusiasts, creating incentives and exchanges focused around the newfound treasure hunting of unique coins. Trade events became highly sought after, and attendance often spiraled into capacity as collectors brought their own personal dimes to showcase, exhibit, and converse over. As the fever of the 2009 dime flared, it would not be long before some questioned whether it could truly hold its value or if it would slowly fall into obscurity. Some prominent figures cautioned that like all fads, the thrill might fade, and with it any predictions of exponential growth. But for those who lived it and witnessed firsthand the community surrounding it, the memories would echo back to the conversations, visits to auctions, and the tangible excitement felt in the chase. The curtains have yet to close on the infamous 2009 dime of destiny. It remains an unwavering model of what can emerge from the most unassuming beginnings, providing endless excitement and hope for the collectors' community. Would it become a somber tale of loss or a continued beacon of fortune for future generations? Only time will tell.